And now for our topic, it is about the introduction to operational amplifier and the operational amplifier application. But we have two parts. The first part in is the introductory for the operational amplifier, and the second part is the application itself. But at this moment, we are going to discuss only the introduction, and tomorrow for the application for the operational amplifier. So let's move to next slides. So introduction to operational amplifier. So but before we dive to the main topic, which is the introduction to operational amplifier, I will discuss to you class the whole objective for this topic. So the first objective class is that it is about the differential amplifier introduction and the fundamentals. So the first topic, we are going to understand the concept and the basic operation of a differential amplifier. We're going to define the purpose and the operation of a differential amplifier. The next one is we're going to identify the two modes of the operation. The first is the differential mode, and the second is the common mode. And also we're going to explain the importance of the common mode rejection ratio. So the second objective is about the differential amplifier analysis. We're going to discuss the DC and the AC analysis in differential amplifier. We're going to perform the comprehensive electrical analysis of a differential amplifier circuit. The third objective is that it is about the operational amplifier application na and characteristics. So this is for tomorrow. No, we it is the transition from the differential amplifier stage to the fully integrated operational amplifier, and we are going to understand its fundamental properties. And the last objective for this topic is that it is about the popular op-amp circuits and applications. So let's continue. So, but first, before we dive deeper to the operational amplifier, let's discuss first the history behind the operational amplifier. Hindi naman siya nagsimula lang basta-basta. Kumbaga ay may pinagmulan talaga. So class, operational amplifier po, ika nga ay the tiny 8-legged chip that we use today. So you can see on our screen yung mismo operation amplifier. And surprisingly, meron siyang dramatic history. The story starts not in a consumer electronics lab. Hindi po siya nag-start na nakikita natin yung sa screen na but during yung World War II, yung 1940s. Ganun pala yun, sir. So, operational amplifier starts nung World War II pa. So, the earliest op-amps weren't integrated circuits at all. They were massive electronic modules built with a vacuum tube. So, yung operational amplifier at that time, malaki siya. So, kung sa analogy class, gano'n siya kalaki, para isang whole cabinet, entire cabinets. Gano'n siya ka-huge yung amount ng power and took up the entire cabinets, ika nga. Gano'n kalaki. So, their primary job class was to be the brains of the analog computers at that time. So, ang ginagawa po nun, it performed the complex mathematical operations. So, it needed class nung World War II because it needed to aim the large artillery guns and the anti-craft air weapons with precision. So, the key figures, like, kung kilala niyo si Clarence Lovell. So, Clarence Lovell is one of my friend at that time because kawork ko siya sa lab, sa Bell Labs. Nasa third floor siya ng building. So, class, Clarence Lovell at Bell Labs helped solidify this early concept. Transform niya po yung op-amp from a theoretical idea into a working military tool at that time. So kaya doon nag-start yung mismo op-amp ng World War II. But sabi ko, di ba nung World War II, sabi ko, stop. Wala nang war. So pinay-stop ko yung war. So, after the war, class, the development of the transistor ng 1950s began to shrink electronics dramatically. Meaning po, nung mga malaki, bulky, at that time, yung mga electronics um, na meron sa atin, ngayon, lumiliit na siya. So, nyo, pinastop, si cable ay pinastop. So, pinastop ko yung war. Ano. So, nakikita nyo dyan, nag-shrink na yung mga electronics nowadays, no? Na lumiliit siya. So, the op-amp class quickly shed its bulky vacuum tubes for these smaller, cooler components na meron ngayon. Ano? So, kung kilala nyo, isa siyang visionary engineer, si George Philbrick. So, the difference is that si Clarence Lovell po ay yung op-amps for a working military tool. While si George Philbrick naman po, isang visionary engineer, pinopularize niya yung op-amp for commercial use naman. So that's the difference. Because pinagbebenta niya po to, selling them as a neat little modular units. So ang pinaka-famous na invention ni what you call George Philbrick is that the K2W. So ano po yung K2W? The Philbrick K2W class is a legendary electronic module at that time because it is the first commercially available general purpose operational amplifier. Amazing, ano? Galing. So, um, since kilalanin natin si Clarence Lovell, si Clarence Lovell class ay hindi naman siya ganun ka-famous at nung World War II. No, he was focused class on defense during a critical time in history. Because nag-work siya at that time sa Bell Labs, no? He worked at Bell Labs laboratories and pinangunahan niya yung team niya responsible for creating the electronic components within the M9 anti-aircraft gun directors during World War II. So, tinatawag si Clarence Lovell as at that time as the silent architect of World War II. Yun. So, nung contribution niya class talaga is that yung team niya, yung whole team niya na pinapangunahan niya, essentially created the first working electronic operational amplifier circuit nung 1940s. So early 1940s pa yun. Though class, they didn't call it that way nung unang panahon. Ano, hindi pa naman tinatawag talaga nila na op-amp yung noon pa. Ano. Pero yun yung pinaka unang nagamit, yung mismong operational amplifier. Pero yung foundational work was later formally acknowledged in 1947. Si ano na yon, si what do you call this? Si John Ragazzini. Si John Ragazzini na yon which finally coined the operation amplifier. Kaya nagkaroon ng mismong operation amplifier. Ano? So, yun yung mismong foundational work noong 1947 by John Ragazzini. Ano? So, so much for that. Next, we are going to discuss na ano ba yung mismong operational amplifier. Ano? So, class, hindi lang basta narinig din yung operational amplifier as yun na yun. No, may meaning siya. Because from its word na operational class, operational because nung early analog computer class, they were configured with capacitors and resistors to perform a mathematical operations. Literal na mathematical operations. Ano? By integration, differentiation, addition, and even subtraction. Ano? Kaya tinawag na operational amplifier. Ano? The powerhouse is that the ideal form, the operational amplifier is assumed to have the infinite open loop gain. So advantage na rin yun. Because this means class that the slightest difference between its two inputs, you can see on our screen, its two inputs is amplified to the maximum possible voltage. So yung conceptual superpower that makes the circuit analysis simple. Ano po? So, yun yung ideal form ng mismong operational amplifier. So, we can see also here that operational amplifier is a high performance integrated circuit. Ano? Operational amplifier is a high performance IC. Dinesign po siya to be an ideal voltage amplifying device. So, the operational amplifier also is a fundamental building block ng isang analog electronics. So, primary ginagamit po siya for shaping, filtering, or even amplifying electrical signals. So, we can see here the inverting input, the non-inverting input, and the output. So, ano ba yung inverting input? So, the inverting input class marked with a negative sign here. You can see on our screen. So, the signal class applied here are amplified and appear inverted. Kano po siya ka-inverted? 180 degrees phase shift at the output. So, kunwari class, merong signal na pumasok. So, you can see a sinusoidal signal. Sinusoidal wave. So, pag pumasok yan, pag nakarating sa output class, inverted na siya. Inverted na yung mismo signal and amplified, lumaki. So the difference for the non-inverting input is that it is marked with a positive sign. So the signal class here are amplified and appear in phase naman po. Pag sinabing in phase, kung ano yung mismong signal sa non-inverting input, yun rin po ang dadating sa mismong output. The difference is amplified lang siya. In phase, in non-inverting input. So the output here, class, is it is the single output terminal where the amplified and processed signal is delivered. So once again, the op-amp operate by sensing yung what do you call this? The difference between the two input voltages, which is yung V positive for the non-inverting input and the V negative for the inverting input. So this difference class is multiplied by a massive factor. Ano po yung tinatawag na massive factor natin? So it is known as the open loop gain. So once again, the difference is then multiplied by a massive factor known as the open loop gain. Kaya meron tayong VD is equals to the V positive minus the V negative. So because class, this gain is typically extremely high, masyado pong malalaki. So operational amplifier class are almost always ginagamit sa mga negative feedback. So bakit po ginagamit sa negative feedback? Because we are going to control and stabilize the overall circuit gain na meron. So this versatility class allows the single component to be configured as as everything from a simple amplifier to a complex one, or even yung mga computing element na meron. So next one, so yun po yung pinaka mismong basics for the operational amplifier. So we have here the differential amplifier. Sir, di ba sabi nyo, we are going to discuss the operational amplifier. So, ano po yung connection ng differential amplifier sa operational amplifier? So, class, the connection between the differential amplifier to the operational amplifier is that the operational amplifier class is not a single transistor. Hindi lang po siya isa. Ano po? So, it is a complex multi-stage IC. So, the very first stage po ng every general purpose op-amp or operation amplifier ay tinatawag nating differential amplifier. So, the best way, class, to understand yung connection between the differential amplifier and the operational amplifier is that the differential amplifier po is a single most important part ng isang operational amplifier. So, it is the entire input stage na meron. So, nakita natin kanina, this is the input stage. We have two input stage, the inverting and the non-inverting. So, this entire input stage is what we call the differential amplifier. So, if the operational amplifier class is an electronic, kumbaga sa analogy, kung ang um, kung ang isang operation amplifier ay isang electronic army knife, army knife siya. So yung depression amplifier class is sensor siya nun that dictates how the tool will be used. So ganon yung relationship between the operational and the differential amplifier. Ano? So um, to introduce, sorry, nabasobra. To introduce the differential amplifier class, the differential amplifier circuit typically built using a two match transistors, either BJT or FET. That has one primary or powerful job. Ano po yun? To amplify the difference between the two input signals while completely ignoring what is common sa parehong ito. So we can see on our screen, V out is equals to the differential voltage gain times V1 minus V2. So these two inputs class, unlike yung mga simple common emitter or common source amplifier that has one input and one ground reference, the differential amplifier have two inputs. First one, we have the input 1. The input 1 po is also known as the non-inverting input. Yun po yung B positive. So yun yung po yung input 1. The other input is the input 2, which is known as the inverting input, which is the V negative. So in terms of the relationship, the output voltage class, yung nakikita nyo, the V out, of the ideal differential amplifier is proportional po. Saan po siya proportional? Proportional po sa kanyang difference voltage, which is yung V1 minus V2. Ano po? So, pakitandaan po, no? Yung ating mga formulas that is presented on our screen. So next, we have the DC analysis of a differential amplifier. So the key applications, before we proceed to our DC analysis of a differential amplifier class, ano po yung mga gamit ng differential amplifier itself? What is the key applications of a differential amplifier? The core application ng isang differential amplifier class, from its high common mode rejection ratio, yun yung isa sa advantage niya, high input impedance and noise immunity. So, ginagamit siya sa mga instrumentation and measurement, no? Because high yung precision sensing na meron. So, the differential amplifier class forms the basis of the instrumentation amplifier, which is yung INA. Highly refined yung circuit na ginagamit to measure a very small differential signals accurately. Often from sensors located far from the processing circuit rather. So ginagamit din po ang differential amplifier sa mga medical devices. So yung mga diniscuss ko before sa mga biomedical engineering, so medical devices used to amplify yung tiny biological signals na dumatating. Such as from yung mga, kung alam niyo yung ECG, the electrocardiogram, or even yung EEG namin, no? Electroencephalogram. So, ano pong gamit ng differential amplifier at that specific signal? So, yung actual signal niya class is often only a few millivolts. So, heavily corrupted yung 50 by 60 hertz power line niya, yung noise, no? So, anong ginagamit ng differential amplifier? The differential amplifier class reject the common mode noise. Pag na-reject na yun, ng common mode noise na yun, it leaves the clear signal to be amplified. So, doon ginagamit sa medical devices na meron. So, even sa mga sensor signals conditioning na meron, ginagamit din ang differential amplifier. Why? It used with mga gauges, yung mga what do you call this? The thermocouplers, other thermocouplings, pressure sensors, para i-amplify yung mga small signals. Yung mga sensitive signal, chine-change resulting from a physical change. While ini-ignore naman niya yung mga electrical noise present dun sa mga factory or laboratory environment na meron. So, let's continue to our DC analysis of a differential amplifier. So, but before I continue, class, is there any questions, clarification before I continue? Baka medyo mabilis.
None po.
None so far. So far, so good.
Yes po.
Okay, thank you so much. So, let's continue to our DC analysis of a differential amplifier. So, you can see here basic circuits ng isang differential amplifier in terms of DC analysis. So, the DC analysis class of a differential amplifier is what you call this, the foundational step used para i-establish yung correct operating point. Yun yung Q point na meron sa ating screen, the Q1 and the Q2. For the transistor yun yung Q1 and Q2. So, class, this is critically important because yung Q point niya, dinidetermine niya yung amplifier's ability para i-handle yung mga AC signals without distortion. So, in this analysis class, sineset natin yung AC input signal to 0. What do you mean, sir? Yung ating base voltage, yung dalawa nating bases, yung dalawa nating base voltage, the BB1 and the BB2 is 0. So, leaving only the DC supply voltage. Ano yung DC supply voltage? The VCC and the VEE. Bakit nililib natin yan as that? Because to determine the currents and voltages na present. That's why we set all the AC input signal to 0 in terms of the DC analysis of a differential amplifier. So, we have different steps of a DC analysis para malaman natin yung mga present doon, like yung mga tail current na kailangang i-solve, So, next slide, paki-screenshot or pakitandaan po, yung DC analysis of a differential amplifier. So, because isa-solve natin yan later, mukha lang siyang challenging pero napakadali. Basic. Basic. So, next, here is our steps of a DC analysis. Assuming class, two transistor yan, the Q1 and the Q2, are perfectly matched. So, meaning, identical characteristics sila. So, the circuit is symmetrical. Same perfectly matched sila. So, the analysis class focus on finding the tail current, the emitter current, the DC collector voltage na meron, and even yung base current. So, first one, we're going to discuss the tail current, the IT. So, class, the tail current po, or the IT, is the total current flowing through the common emitter resistor, which is yung RE na nakikita nyo sa ating configuration, to the negative supply na BEE. So, bakit po natin kinocompute yung tail current? Because this current class is the bias current source for the entire differential pair. So, sineset natin yung maximum possible emitter current for the stage para ma-ensure po natin yung transistors are operating in the active region, or tinatawag natin the amplifying region. So, to calculate class ang IT or the tail current is equals to the VEE minus the base emitter voltage over the common emitter resistor. Common emitter resistor. So, assuming the base voltage, di ba? Yung nakikita natin sa screen. VB1 and VB2 is equal to 0, or approximately 0 volts yun. So, grounded yung base. Yung base emitter natin, the base emitter voltage is 0.7 volts. So, Sa iba kasi, sa mga libro, kung ano, ang BBE 0.7. So, tinatandaan lang yun. Plus, hindi yun basta ganon. In DC analysis class, kaya BBE is 0.7 because we assume that the base voltages are approximately 0. Ibig sabihin, grounded yung base. Therefore, pag grounded yung base emitter voltage, the BBE is 0.7. So, the emitter voltage, magkaiba po yung base emitter voltage, the BBE, and the VE. The emitter voltage lang. Pag emitter voltage, yung nakikita natin sa our screen, negative 0.7 volts yun. So, we apply the Kirchhoff's voltage law, which is the KBL, from the emitter voltage through the common resistor, common emitter resistor to the supply, which is the DC supply, which is the VEE. That's why meron tayong IT is equals to VEE minus VBE over RE. So, pakitandaan. Later, susolve natin yan. Discuss muna natin yung kabuang steps ng ating DC analysis. So, next one, we have the emitter current. So, sa emitter current po, since yung transistor po ay match, lagi natin match yun Q1 and Q2. So, since the transistor are match and the circuit is symmetrical po, yung tail current splits equally between the two emitters. Kaya may 2RE. Yung first configuration natin kanina. Bakit po natin kinocompute ang IE? Simply, IE is the emitter current of each transistor, which is yung key components ng pagdedetermine natin ng AC parameter. Diba meron tayo noon, like yung transconductance, which is yung GM. Even yung ito, ma-discuss natin later, yung dynamic emitter resistance, which is yung R prime E sa AC analysis. So to solve the emitter current, IE is equals to IT, or the tail current over 2. Simple as that. So purely substitution lang. Because those parameters are given in our circuits. So, ano po yung sir yung nasa baba? Ano lang yan, sinimplify lang natin yung IE is equals to IT over 2. So, kapag compute yun class, substitute nyo lang, kunyari yung IT is equals to VE minus VVE over RE. Yung 2, yun yung IT over 2. Kaya may multiplied by 2 yun. Therefore, saan po ginagamit yung mahabang formula? Plus, ginagamit yung mahabang formula that you can see on our screen kapag literally IE yung hinahanap. If the tail current is not, kumbaga ay hindi siya missing, kumbaga hindi IT agad ang pinapahanap, kumbaga ay IE lang ang hinahanap or ang pinapahanap. So, kaya ginagamit natin yun. Once we have once the questions is unknown for the tail current, we're going to use the IE is equals to IT over 2. Simple as that. So, next one, we have the collector voltage, the VC. Plus, the VC is tayo. Masyado tayong VC. So, VC is the collector voltage. The collector voltage is the DC output voltage for each half ng isang differential amplifier. BC. Masyadong BC tayo, sir. Bakit po natin kinocompute yung DC collector voltage? Because yung VC class, VC nga the VC is crucial. Why? Ini-ensure niya po yung transistor is not in saturation or cut-off. Simple as that. Class, it also defines the DC level around with the AC output signal kung siya ay nagsiswing. So to calculate class the DC collector voltage, VC is equals to VCC minus ICRC. So approximately equal rin siya sa VCC minus IERC. So meaning class, IC is approximately equal to IE. Bakit po? Because class, the approximation ng IC sa IE in the DC analysis of a BJT class is valid and commonly used because yung base current natin is negligibly small compare sa two currents na meron. Sa isang BJT class, nung diniscuss ko before, isang BJT class, yung emitter current is the total current splits into the collector current and the base current. Kaya via the Kirchhoff's current law yan class, which is yung IE is equals to IC plus IB. Di ba diniscuss natin before? IE is equals to IC plus IB. Since class, the transistors DC current gain, which is yung beta, is typically very high, masyadong mataas po. Yung collector current na IC ay equal na sa beta times IB, which is yung the DC current gain times the base current. This means class, yung IC accounts for about 98 to 99.5% mga ganun of IE. So kaya po by setting yung IC is approximately equal to IE, we simplify the calculation for the DC voltage for the DC collector voltage without introducing yung significant error na meron. At inialaw natin para magamit yung easily calculated IE value directly dun sa mismong hinihingi. So that's why IC is approximately equal sa ating IE. So medyo nakakarito, yeah. Pero malalaman nyo later on pag tayo nag-solve na ng problem. So these are purely theoretical, conceptual regarding the DC collector voltage. The last one for this analysis of a differential amplifier is what we call the base current. The base current class is needed mainly for verifying transistors saturation or para i-calculate po natin yung mga power consumptions, although it is often negligible class in overall circuit operation. Kahit minsan negligible siya, kinakailangan natin i-compute yun. Why we need to compute it? Because IB class is a standard part pa din ng isang transistor analysis para i-calculate using the DC analysis current gain, which is yung beta. So, the formula for the base current is that IB is equals to IC over beta. And approximately equal din siya sa IE over beta. So, nagkakaintindihan pa to tayo. Nagkakaintindihan po tayo. Wala pa pong questions? There any questions? Clarifications?
None po.
None so far. So let's try to solve the DC analysis of a differential amplifier. So I will share my tablet screen para makapag-solve tayo. So let's try to solve. Hindi yan. For AC yan. AC, ito DC. Wait lang. Yun. Takloban na lang natin. Takloban. Lalo lang malaki. Okay, class. Is my screen visible at your end?
Yes po.
Okay. Clear naman yung mga parameters, the value na meron? Clear?
Yes po.
Okay. So let's start with the tail current. Tail current. What is the formula for the tail current, class? What is the formula? The challenge for this DC analysis, and AC analysis, is not the way you solve for the exact value, but how what do you call this? for your memorizations. Kailangang sauluhin siya. Pero pag nasa ulo mo na siya, madali because purely substitution. So what is the formula for the tail current? Okay, Jasril, go. Betis.
VEE minus VBE over RE po.
Okay, thank you so much. BBE minus VBE over RE. Sorry sa aking pagsulat. So, IT, what is the value for BEE on our circuits? Same lang yan ha, class. Same lang yung configuration na yan. Ang difference is that in-split natin yung mismo common emitter resistor into two. Yun lang yung difference. Pero same lang yung circuits na yan. So, what is the value for BEE? Go. Di mailig.
Sir, 15 po.
Okay, thank you. 15 volts. Don't forget the unit. Napakahalaga nun. What is the value of BBE? The BBE. Sinabi natin kanina. What is BBE? Sir, wala naman po dyan. Sadyang wala. Yes, di mailig.
Yung 0.7 po.
Yeah, correct. Always. Because grounded yung ating base voltage. Kung nakita niyo grounded yung base voltage, automatic ang BBE ay 0.7 volts. What is the value for common emitter resistor? The RE. Magkaiba yung 2RE sa RE ha. I'm looking for the common emitter resistor only, the RE. What is the value for the RE? Go. Gusto ko yung iba naman. Titingnan nyo lang naman. Plus, kaya na yung mag-open ng mic. Ayoko magtawag mo. Okay, 10k ohms. Very good. So, i-open yung inyong mic. So, what is the answer for our tail current? Okay. What is the answer for our tail current? Kindly compute. Please. Kindly participate na. All of you.
1.43 milliamperes.
Okay, thank you so much sa mga nagsosolve. 1.43 milliampere. So, yan na po. Simple as that. That is our tail current. Basic. Super dali. Substitution lang eh. Next one. We're going to compute for the emitter current. Since meron tayong value ng IT, ang gagawin lang natin, purely substitution. 1.43 milliampere divided by, what is the 2? What is the answer? IE is equals to, I want in the final answer is in milliampere. Yeah. But I want in microampere. What is the value for microampere? I don't like yung mga mga times 10 chuchu. I want exact. Blank microampere. What is the answer? What is the answer? Yes, you're going to divide only the 1.43 milliampere divided by 2. What is the answer? Go. Engay.
0.715 micron.
Ano?
0.715 micron.
No. I need the microampere. Go. In microampere class. May nag-chat na eh. Go, Aril.
Hindi po ba 715 microamperes po?
Thank you. 715 microampere. Naku, nalilito pa ang mga are. Kung anong milliampere, ang microampere. Move nyo lang yung decimal class. So, IE is equal to 715 microampere. So, meron na tayong value ng emitter current. And for now, we're going to solve for the DC collector voltage. Ano? So, since IC is approximately equal to IE, gagamitin natin yung isa. So, VC is equals to VCC minus the IERC. So, anong pinaka-final answer? Paki-compute. The VCC is equal to 15 millivolts. 15 volts. Well, for our RC, we can see on our screen, the value for our collector, the common collector resistor is 10 kilo ohms. While the IE is, nasolve na natin, the 715 microampere. So I need in voltage, volts. But kindly round up to 2 decimal places. What is the final answer? What is the final answer? Purely substitution lang yan, class.
7.85 po.
Correct. 7.85 voltage. Baka nalilito pa yung iba ha. Substitute nyo lang. Anong value ng BCC? 15. Minus, pag multiply mo lang itong dalawa, anong value ng IE, anong value ng RC. Therefore, you can get 7.85 volts. Ano? That's easy. Basic. The next one, we're going to solve for the last one, the base current, which is the IB. Raise ko lang pa. Next, IB. To solve IB, what is the formula for IB? What is the formula? Class. Carlo, what is the formula for IB? No, I need, si Carlo. Carlo Miguel. What is the formula for IB? Ay, naka naman. Ayoko yung nagre-raise. Ayoko yung hindi. O mga tulog na kayo. Francesca, what is the formula for the base current in DC analysis? Strike to na kayo ha.
Sir, wait lang po. Base current po.
Yeah.
Base current. IB is equal to IC over... Ano nga po ulit basa dito?
Hindi ko rin alam.
Yun pong parang B, tapos DC.
Hindi ko alam. Anong basa doon?
Beta po pala. Sorry po.
So, what is the whole formula for the base current?
Ano po? Sorry po, di ko lang po narinig.
What is the whole formula for the base current?
IB is equals to IC over beta DC. Yun.
Or
IE over beta po.
since you mentioned the formula for the base current, can you solve for the base current itself? What is the answer?
Wait lang po.
Sabi ni Francesca, IC over beta daw. Or kung equal sa IE over beta. What is the answer for IB? Naku, napakatagal. Napakatagal. Ano na? World War 3 na. Hindi pa nasasagot. Di-divide lang. Napatigil ko na ngayong World War 2, oh. Para lang sa inyo. Gusto yung... What is the answer for base current class? Sir, wait lang dahil nang hindi ko makita ang calculator. Yun ang mahirap eh. Hindi. Ay ba'y nakahiga? Hindi nakikinig. Simple substitution lang class yung formulas natin lahat. I'm waiting for Francesca. Nasolve na? Five. Kailangan. 5, 4. Okay, go. Carlo Miguel.
Sir, tatry pong bumawi. Nasa CR po kasi ganun. Ano po?
Go.
Since yung IE po is 750 microamps po. Then yung beta daw po ay yung beta po ditong given. Beta 1 minus beta 2 is 250 daw po. Parang siya
Beta
po
1
yung...
equals to beta 2. Not beta 1 minus beta. Equal yun.
Equal po ba yun? Sorry.
Yan.
So yun po. So equals 250 po yung beta. Kaya po 715 over sa 250. 286 po. Microamperes po.
Very good. The answer is 2.86 microampere. Simple as that. Kadali lang eh. Titingnan nyo lang yung circuit mismo. Direct substitution. That's it. Walang ka-challenge yung mismo computation. Because directly substitution lang ang mangyayari. The challenge lang, pasakuluhin mo siya. It's the only challenge. Next, we are done with DC analysis of a differential amplifier. Now we are going to discuss the AC analysis of a differential amplifier. So class, the AC analysis of a differential amplifier determines how the circuit handles yung time varying ng signals. So, which is the primary function as an amplifier itself. So, this analysis ng AC po is conducted by setting yung DC voltage sources. Ano yung DC voltage sources? Di ba yun yung mga BCC, VEE, di ba? To AC ground. So, gina-round natin. Grounded yon using small signal model ng isang BJT. So, from DC, nakita natin yung AC, grounded yung kanyang DC supply voltage. Ano? Yung supply voltage na meron. So, before we calculate any gain na meron, we must find first yung dynamic resistance inside the emitter junction of each transistor na meron. So, siya yung AC emitter resistance. So, next slide, yan. That is the AC analysis. Ay, sorry. Wala man lang nagko-correct sa akin. Hindi pala ako naka-share screen. Ulitin ko, class. The AC analysis class is the differential amplifier para ma-determine natin yung mismo how the circuit handles yung time varying signal na meron. So we can see here yung DC sa kaliwa and AC sa kanan. So grounded yung mismong DC voltage supply na nakikita nyo. Yun yung AC. So connected sila sa isa't isa. So bago natin i-calculate yung gain na meron, kailangan muna nating i-find yung dynamic resistance inside sa mismong emitter junction ng each transistor na meron. Yun yung AC emitter resistance na first na i-discuss natin through this AC analysis ng isang differential amplifier. So, ang first na gagawin is i-compute natin yung AC emitter resistance. Sa different book po, ang AC emitter resistance ay equal sa 26 millivolts. But some books, 25 millivolts. So, ang i-follow natin yung 25 millivolts. So, pwede naman 26 na sa inyo. So, for now, when we are computing for the AC emitter resistance, we're going to use the 25 millivolts over yung IE. Since connected nga po siya, the value of the IE is yung kanina, the 715 microampere. So to solve later, we're going to solve the AC analysis of a differential amplifier. So let's discuss only the conceptual side ng mismo each analysis ng differential amplifier. So, bakit po natin kailangan i-compute yung mismo AC emitter resistance? Because the gain of a BJT class amplifier depends on the ratio of the collector resistance to the emitter resistance. So, unlike dun sa DC resistance, yung RE natin kanina na malaki, RE, unlike yung DC resistance nun, yung R prime E is the AC resistance naman po ng forward bias emitter base junction. So, it links class yung DC operating point na IE to the AC performance na meron. That's why we are computing for the AC emitter resistance. The next one is the differential voltage gain. Plus, differential voltage gain naman po is the amplifier response to the desired signal na meron. So, yung difference between the two inputs kanina, yun yung AD, yung V1 minus V2. Pero at this AC analysis, we have formula for the differential voltage gain, which is the AD equal po siya sa RC over 2 times the AC emitter resistance. So, bakit po natin i-calculate to? Because this is the useful gain. Ika nga, di ba? The useful gain. Because when operating in a differential mode class, yung two signal, nagka-cancel out yon. So, yung voltage across the large common emitter resistor, which is yung RE kanina, making the AC equivalent po of RE acts like a short circuit sa mismong ground. To the ground. Kaya kinocompute natin yung differential ng voltage gain na meron. So, pakitandaan po ng formula. So, next is the common mode voltage gain. The common mode voltage gain or yung ACM. Now, pag nakita nyo yung ACM, that is the common mode voltage gain. Pag may A, laging gain yun. Ano? So, the common mode gain or the ACM class is the amplifier response sa mismong undesired signals na meron. Yun yung mga noise or yung mga interference na present mismo equally sa both inputs na meron. Kung sa inverting or sa non-inverting. Ano? So, to solve for the common mode voltage gain class, meron tayong formula dyan. The formula is that RC or the common collector resistor over or divided by the AC emitter resistance plus 2 times the common emitter resistance. So, bakit po sir, sa pangalawa pong formula, nawala na po si R prime A or the AC emitter resistance? Simply, because R prime E or the AC emitter resistance is usually much smaller po siya sa 2RE. Therefore, negligible na siya. Hindi na po siya sinasama. So, pag magko-compute po tayo ng common mode voltage gain in this AC analysis class, hindi natin sasama yung R prime E. Therefore, ang isusundin natin formula is the RC over 2RE. So, nakakaintindihan po tayo? As of now, is there any questions? Clarification po before I continue? Class?
None po.
None so far. Okay. The last, the AC, under the AC analysis po is what we call the common mode rejection ratio. But before I continue the common mode rejection ratio pala class, DC and AC are connected to each other. So therefore, makikita nyo na, DC to because ito yung kinocompute. AC to because ito yung kinocompute naman sa AC analysis. So that's the difference. Okay. So the common mode rejection ratio class, it is one of the kumbaga ay important regarding sa differential amplifier, the common mode rejection ratio. Because the CMRR class is figure of merit that quantifies yung differential amplifier's ability para i-reject po niya yung mga unwanted common mode noise na relative dun sa mismong desired differential signal amplification. So, bakit po natin, sir, kino-compute yung common mode rejection ratio? Because it is the most important specification for a differential amplifier. Because, sinasabi nga po, pag mataas po ang CMRR, meaning superior yung amplifier na meron. Mas maganda. Marami siyang na-reject na noises. So, CMRR class is equals sa mismo differential voltage gain over the common mode voltage gain. So, at this moment, we're going first to compute the differential voltage gain. The next is the common mode voltage gain before we compute for the common mode rejection ratio. Meron po siyang dalawa. The first one is the common mode rejection ratio itself and the second one is for the decibel. Sir, bakit po kailangan may decibel pa? Because CMRR class is usually expressed in decibel because yung ratio is masyadong malaki. So kapag masyadong malaki class, ginagawa natin, it makes easier to manage kapag ang CMRR ay naka-decibel. So to compute the CMRR in decibel class, equal siya sa 20 log times the differential voltage gain over the common mode voltage gain. Kakaintindihan po. Yes? Okay, for now, we're going to try to solve for the AC analysis ng isang differential AC analysis ng isang differential amplifier. Takloban na lang muna ulit. Yun. Yan. Puro na puro nakataklob. Patong-patong na. Patong-patong. Yan, class. Nakikita nyo? So, ito yung
Yes, po.
sample circuits. So, first, we're going to compute for the AC emitter resistance. So, what is the value for AC emitter resistance po? What is the formula rather? Class, what is the formula? Ariel, go.
25 millivolts po over yung emitter current po.
Okay, thank you. So next, what is the answer for our AC emitter resistance? Can you give me the exact answer? In ohms. Syempre. Is the answer? R prime E is equal to 25 millivolts over I. So, ang IE naman natin, yung kanina, sabi ko nga, connected siya, the IE is 715 microampere. So, what is the answer for our AC emitter resistance? Okay, Katil?
34.97
Okay, whole number.
ohms po.
Ano, 35? 35 na?
Apo, 35 na po.
Okay. Hindi nila malaman kung saan nangyari yun. 715 microampere. Therefore, ang R prime E ay equal sa 35 ohms. So, yan lang yun. Basic. Purely substitution lang. Sinubstitute lang naman natin from the given mismo. So, next, the differential voltage gain. AD equal to RC over 2 times yung nakuha nating R prime E. So, what is the answer? So, substitute lang natin. RC is 10 kilo ohms over 2 times yung 35 ohms. So, what is the answer for this one? For our differential voltage gain. Since, class, question, before you continue for your for the solution and for your answer, since we are getting for a voltage gain, differential voltage gain, is there any units here? Or kung may units ba, anong units yon? In terms of gain. Ano po bang unit siya? None. Very good. So, thanks, Emilio. So, none. Walang unit po or unitless si gain. So, na-discuss ko na yun before. So, what is the answer for the differential voltage gain? Kay Acel?
142.86 po.
Very good. 142.86. Basic. So, purely substitution lang talaga. So, the challenge nyo lang talaga kapag tayo nag-long quiz 2 is that we're going to memorize the formulas regarding the DC, AC, and the continuation, yung application na meron sa mga susunod pa. So, next, we're going, kindly, what do you call this? We're going to discuss, we're going to compute for the common mode voltage gain. So, pakitandaan po ng value ng differential voltage gain because gagamitin natin yan to compute for the common mode rejection ratio. So now we're going to compute for the common mode voltage gain, which is yung ACM. So ACM, anong formula niya? RC over 2RE. So, ano pong sagot ng ACM? Gusto ko yung iba naman, yung hindi nasagot kanina. I-build nyo yung inyong rapport. What is the answer, class? So, ayun, nasagot na kayo kanina. Yung iba naman. Sawa na ako sa inyo. Kapangit nyo. Yung iba naman. Yeah, Rachel. What is the answer?
0.5 po.
Very good. 0.5. Wait lang. Huwag muna natin lagay yung 0.5. Baka hindi kasi alam ng iba. Hindi pa alam pala. Lagay natin. 10 kilo ohms over 2 times yung RE, 10 kilo ohms. Therefore, equal siya 0.5. Tandaan nyo ha, kindly pakitandaan po yung value for the differential voltage gain and the value for the common mode voltage gain. Gagamitin natin siya sa common mode rejection ratio. So, burahin ko lang ha. Burahin. So now we're going to solve for our common mode rejection ratio. The CMRR, what is the formula? Ano po yung nasa numerator? Okay, Mali? Dalawa palang umali.
And differential voltage gain po. AD
Okay.
po.
Pero ano nasa denominator? Okay, Franco, anong nasa denominator?
Yung common mode voltage gain.
Okay, thank you. ACM. Very good. So, since nasabi mo yung ACM, ano magiging sagot ng CMRR, Franco?
285.7.
Mga naman. Kagaling nga naman. Ang sagot mo?
285.72.
285.7. May unit ba yan o wala, Franco?
Ano po? Depende.
Anong depende?
Sir, wala po.
Sure ka na wala?
Ako po.
Sure ka 100%?
Ako po, sir.
Unitless ba ang common mode rejection ratio? Sure?
Sir, papanindigan ko sagot ko siya po.
Papanindigan mo.
Ako po.
Yun naman. Galing nga naman. Correct. Unitless. Very good, very good. So, that is the CMRR. And how about for the iba naman? The in decibel. CMRR in decibel. So, what is the formula? Iba naman. What is the formula here? Yes. Uy, mga kabaro. Dito natin lagay. Pangit doon. Gaya mo, pangit. Anong formula? Jeremy.
20 logarithm times differential gain over common mode.
Okay. Ano ba dyan? Nabagyo na? I-start na ba dyan Okay. Since this is the formula, what is the answer? Sino naman? What is the answer? What is the answer? Ala, yung iba naman. Yon, si Carmela. Carmela, what is the answer?
49.12 po.
49.12. May unit? Wala.
Wala po, sir.
Sure ka?
Yes po.
100%?
Yes po.
Sure? Yun nga naman, mali siya. Mali. Wait na yun, ha? Sure na sure yan. Mali. Decibel. Partida yan ha, sure na sure yan ha. Pero it's okay. 49.1 dB. So, ano lang yun. Magiging 1 ka lang nun dahil wala kang unit eh. Ang sa long quiz natin, 1 lang score mo. Imbis na 5. 5 lang. Basic. Sure na sure yan na mali. Ano, merong dB. So, yan. So, yun lang po. Ano, DC-AC, napaka-basic. Yun lang po. Diyan lang po natatapos ang ating introduction to operational amplifier. Introduction pa lang yung class ha. Wala pa tayo sa mismong application. So, dito ko muna puputulin yung mismong discussion regarding the operational amplifier. So, ito yung introduction ng mismong operational amplifier. Ano? And for our application, doon natin i-discuss yung mga inverting, non-inverting, summing, integrator, differentiator. So, yeah. May mga formulas din doon. So, yung introduction pa lang to ha. Huwag masyadong ma-overwhelm because purely substitution lang ang nangyayari. So, is there any questions, clarifications, or violent reactions before tayo mag-alisan? Yes? Hello? Wala bang magtatanong-tanong dyan? Tomorrow ha, baka may nagtanong kasi sa O2 kanina na kung ang lab 4 daw ibukas. Hindi, continuation tayo. We're going to finish the whole topic of the operational amplifier. So lab 4 is on next week. Next week pa. Yes, Di Mailig, what is your question?
Sir, yun po sa lab.
Okay. Lab 4, next yun? Next week pa. Follow the schedule na binigay ko. Nagbigay ako sa inyong mga representatives ng schedule. Kung kailan yung long quiz, kailan yung ating presentation. Yes, Acel?
Sir, kailan? Apa, Acel po. Kailan po yung pasahan po ng final project po? Ipapasa din po ba siya sa...
Paper lang, di ba?
Apo.
Kailan?
Paper lang po. Kailan po?
Paper lang muna. Kailan nga? Kailan? Hindi kayo nakikinig. No midterm. Ako, babawasan ko midterm eh.
No, sir.
Yeah,
Sorry.
Kailan? November 29. Pupunta kayo dito, Saturday yun. And that is your long quiz to rin, I think. November 29, Sabado. So wala tayong discussion, walang anything, long quiz to lang yun, plus yung submission ng paper. Dalawa yun ha. Baka isa nyo sa akin, naka-staper lang ha. Babalik ko yun. Wala na pong questions. Question. Yes, Jazreel. That is.
Sir, yung PSET po, visible margin po or invisible margin po?
Kayo nang bahala. It's up to you. Kung paano mapapaganda. Kung gusto nyo ang border ang margin. Kaya naman, hindi naman ako stick sa margin. Si Betis daw ay pa-Korea na rin. Meron bang pa-Korea rin sa inyo? Marami ko namang information na dumadating. Sino pa mga pa-Korea sa inyo? Si Di Mailig? Emilio, punta ka rin Korea.
Pwede sir, basta sponsor niya po.
Ay di ako na lang. Ako na lang. Papaturo pa naman ako mag-drive. Kita kayong may day ni Wala dito si Kweto eh. Nakuha ng biyaya ng ikapal. nakita ko yung My Day eh. Tunay ba? Oo, parang tunay nga. Dahil nung nag-try kami rin pumunta nun last time, parang hindi rin. Baka nga sa inyo. Pero nung nagpunta naman kami, hindi naman ako hinanapan. Gusto ko lang for the second time. Kaya lang ay mahal. Dito na lang muna for muna ko, Hong Kong or Vietnam siguro. Not muna for malaki na gastos rin before sa Korea. Emilio, i-push mo na yan. Kaya para ka lalo kang gumaling. For the exchange students.
Parang pinapalis niyo ako, sir,
Parang umalis ka na, Emilio. Alis. So, wala nang question, class? Nakita ko lang si Emilio. May car kasi si Emilio, mayaman. Makita ko sa My Day ni Cueto. May mga friend ko kasi, ang iba kasi sa inyo, hindi nag-a-add. Mga friend ko sila sa Facebook. Car mo nga yun eh. Makita ko sa My Day ni Cueto. Tinuturoan si Cueto. Sana all. So class, good. Thank you so much for your time. Take care. Ingat. Ingat at may paparating na bagyo. See you tomorrow. Same time. Same time. 7 to 8, 8 to 9, 8 to 10. 10:30. 10:30 yung time nyo. 10:30. See you tomorrow. Thank you. Thank you for your time. Thank you so much. And I hope, class, na sana po ay patapos na kayo sa inyong mismong final project. I assume. Yes, Sainil?
Good morning po. Tatanong ko lang po, face-to-face ko po tomorrow. Thank you po.
Ano?
Tatanong ko lang po, face-to-face ko po tomorrow. Thank you po.
No. Because baka kayo bagyuhin. Mas maganda ako na lang binabagyo. Wow.
Thank you po, sir.
Kaalala ako sa inyo. Baka plastic. So, goodbye. Thank you. Alis na kayo. Alis na. Bye-bye.